Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bright Engineering. Today we are going to look at absolute values. So when you talk about absolute values in mathematics, we just want to get a positive answer, or we just want to get a polarity of plus assigned to a number. No matter what the value is, we just want to get a positive answer. But then in instances where you are given variables, you don't know whether the variable is either a negative or a positive value. So that's what we are going to look at. So we are going to look at one-sided absolute and a double-sided absolute in this scenario. So let's take the first example. So 1, absolute of x is equal to 3. Because we want to get a positive answer for whatever we are doing, this x can be anything. So this can be -1, it can be +1, it can be -2, it can be +2. So it means that when we are solving for this absolute, we are going to get two different answers depending on the value of x. So because we don't know the value of x, we are going to treat it as either positive or negative. So first of all, we are going to treat x as positive. So when x is positive, it means that the absolute of x is going to be x. And now we are going to get x is equal to 3, just like that. But in instances where the value of x is negative, then it means we have to negate the value of x to get a positive answer. And so the second answer is going to give us negative x is going to be equal to 3, and then x here is going to be equal to -3. Now let's solve the second example so that you understand it better. So 2, absolute of 2x is equal to 4. Because we have an unknown variable here, like I said, we don't know whether it's positive or it's negative. So first of all, we treat it as positive, and then secondly, we treat it as negative. So when we take this to be positive, we are going to repeat the same thing. So it's going to give us 2x is equal to 4, and here we are just going to divide both sides by 2. We are going to get x is equal to 2 for the positive parts. And when we are treating x to be negative, for the second one, we are now going to negate whatever is in here so that we will get a positive answer, assuming x is negative. So now we negate it to get -2x is equal to 4, and now our answer is going to be -2x 4, divide both sides by -2, and now x is also going to give us -2. So for the values of this and this, we are getting 3 and -3, and here we are getting 2 and then -2. Third question, absolute of x plus 3 is equal to 8. Now we treat this as positive, and then later on we'll treat it as negative. So taking the positive side, we are going to get x plus 3 is equal to 8. And x is going to give us 8 minus 3, x is equal to 5 for the positive. And when we assume that the value that this is going to give us is going to be negative, then it means you have to negate everything. So you are going to get negative of x plus 3, which will be equal to 8. So you are getting -x minus 3 is equal to 8. And now you are getting x is going to be equal to -3, -8. And x is going to be -11. So far, what we've done is called one-sided absolute. What if in instances where we have the absolute sign on both sides of the equation, of the equal sign? So that's the last question that we are going to look at. So for the fourth one, where we have two absolute signs, x plus 3 is equal to x minus 11. We are going to go through it, and afterwards I'll teach you a simple way to solve it. So when you take this one, for instance, you have to take this for the positive first, and afterwards you treat this as positive and negative. Meanwhile, you still leave this to be positive. And then secondly, when you take this to be negative, you treat this as positive and negative. So it means you'll be going back and forth 4 continuous times. But then we are going to go through it, and then later on we find a simple way to go about it. So when this is positive, we're going to get x plus 3 is equal to x minus 11, because you take this to be positive too. And here, we are going to just subtract x from both sides, which is going to give us 3 is equal to -11. Which cannot be the case, so this can't be our answer. When we maintain the positive side of this and take this to be negative, it means that we are going to get x plus 3 is equal to minus of x minus 11, x plus 3 minus x plus 11. Here we will get 2x and this goes here, give us 11 minus 3. So 2x is equal to 8, and here x is equal to 4. Now we are done with maintaining this as positive. What if we change this to negative and maintain this as positive and negative? Let's go through that one too. So when this is negative, we're going to get negative of x plus 3. We maintain this as positive equals to x minus 11. So minus 3 is equal to x minus 11. And here, this will come here, so we are going to get minus 2x is equal to minus 11 plus 3. Minus 2x is equal to minus 8. And our answer is going to give us minus 8 divided by minus 2, which is 4. And when we maintain the negative part of this, minus x plus 3, and we take a negative part of this, minus x minus 11, we are going to get minus x minus 3 is equal to minus x plus 11. There, when we send this here, we are going to get 0 because it's going to give us minus x plus x minus 3 is equal to 11. So we're going to get minus 3 is equal to 11, and this is not the case. So instead of going through this series 1, 2, 3, 4 to get your answers, we can just straight away use a simple way to solve it. Because we want the positive side for all these numbers and we are using absolutes, what we have to do is to just square both sides, because when it's a positive number, it's going to give us a positive number, and when it's a negative number squared is also going to give us a positive answer. So we just have to square both sides, and then that's that, we are done. So let's look at that. So when we square both sides, we are going to get x plus 3 squared is equal to x minus 11 squared. Expanding this, we are getting x squared plus 6x plus 9 equal to x squared minus 22x plus 121, that's 11 squared. We have x squared here, x squared here. When this comes here, we are going to get x squared minus x squared, which is going to give us 0. So now we are left with 6x plus 9 is equal to minus 22x plus 121. Grouping of like terms, when we send this here and that there, we are getting 28x is equal to 121 minus 9, which is going to give us 112. So we are getting 28x is equal to 112. And now, dividing both sides by 28, our answer becomes 4. So when we square both sides, we are getting a single value for this, and this is going to be our answer. And straight away, when we use this to test it, we are going to get an answer. So if this video has particularly been helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to Bright Engineering. Thank you very much for today. See you another day.